888 Shade 45. It's the weekend work. This is gonna be a special one. DJ Love Dinero, producer Ree over there.
Yo.
And our special guest.
Well,
I'm kind of mad though.
Well, he's not a guest.
He's
not really a guest.
He's a friend.
He's family. Yeah, say fix that. He's family.
Thank you. Our special family guest. But let me just say this while I'm kind of tight, love.
Why?
Yo, I thought we'll get the straights done. The chicks will come up here too, you know.
You want to see some ass and titties?
Yo, son.
Guest list isn't in effect to 6:30. On my show, I can't get nobody else up anyway. What up, y'all?
Case
in the building.
Round of applause, man.
What's going on, man?
What's up, man? Thank you for pulling up on weekend work, man. This is a privilege to have you up here, bro.
I mean, you know.
I mean, you always in the studio, but it's a privilege to be on our show, bro. Like a real DJ.
We got him up early Saturday morning.
You said we family, right?
Yeah. You're family, man. Thank you, man. You know, because certain DJs won't just pull up like a Who Kid. Who Kid.
That's the homie. He'd pull up for y'all.
Yeah, but the project just dropped last night.
Yeah.
Right? What's the name of the project? On front.
Hip Hop Frontline.
Yeah. And you got some legends on there too, bro.
I mean, it's only right when you speak about hip hop. You know, everybody. You know, at least this generation starts from Biggie and Pac up. Mm-hmm. Little older starts at Eric B. and Rakim and them, you know, Kane and them up. But nobody never starts at the essence of the culture, who was the people who started it. Why hip hop is here, why everybody eating. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you got on there.
Yeah, I always try to make it my business to pay homage, you know, to the brothers that I looked up to coming up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, when I was on the other side of the rope, trying to be that.
When you was in the Wild Style movie?
Star Wars, yeah, you know, back in the Disco Fever days, you know, just trying to come up in the game. Those were the brothers that I was idolizing when I was doing my thing, graffiti and everything. So I like to pay homage, man.
So,
he was big in the tagging world, huh?
Yeah. What was his tag name? I had his tag name. What was it?
Come on, man. I ain't telling you again, man. Every time I see you, I'm talking about it.
I got the tag name right here. I'm gonna look it up. But this is what we're gonna pay some homage to you. We're gonna go back and play some the first album. Was that the first one where you always had the DJs rapping? We just talking about it?
All right. No. See, the first album did have a joint on there.
Okay, right.
It was The Champions.
Yeah.
But The Champions Part 2 didn't make any album because I couldn't get the sample cleared in time. So I just put it on the internet. That's the one that had me and Who Kid and Ambient.
You never got your royalties right there.
I get a royalties
you wrote Who Kid's Rhyme. He wrote Who Kid's Rhyme.
Wow.
Redid that. Wow. Let's play that right now. Get back, right?
Glad it ain't come out. I don't know nothing.
It's a weekend work. 888 Shade 45.
888 Shade 45 weekend work Saturday morning. Get up. Love Dinero's in the building.
He been practicing.
Oh man,
yo, he got it.
Taking off, man.
You got it.
Doing a homie like that, man.
Yo, it's third week, bro.
Listen. See, I know K-Slade from a long time.
I know you do.
We've been doing mixtapes and Justo Days, RIP to him, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, we was really out here grinding, man.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know K-Slade changed the mixtape game by putting mixtapes out every week.
Every
week.
Son, he was just killing the game,
yo,
right?
He killed us. Every week he was dropping the mixtape.
Who can used to be mad? You, man.
I was
Everybody
pissed off, man.
We was cool. We did a party together in Queens. That's the first time I met you. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Los. Nah, Doobie's Palace.
Doobie's Palace. Wow.
Murder Killville.
Yeah, Murder Killville.
It was a rough area too.
Yeah. Right on American Liberty.
Yeah. I was on the
You just took me back.
Yeah,
shit. Remember what you call had the party at Doobie's Palace. Jaffe and them. That's probably
American
like
Towers.
The Towers, American Towers.
That was probably like the last days of Doobie's Palace.
You know, it's a new spot there now. Jamaicans got it now. I had DJ there on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I went in there. I was like, wow.
You're still in there. Look. Let's still go there. Let's still DJ.
It turned into a church, and then they turned it back to a club. I don't know.
Why does that happen?
Yo, all this K-Slade, you stay in the strip joints. You like the king of the strip, like New York strip joints right now.
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's kind of swaying bad now, but I've been doing the strip club since the late 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
you was doing
Golden Ladies,
and those other joints in the Bronx.
All of,
House Wedge and all that.
Yeah, that's before.
He was doing before strip clubs ever cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because now,
that
like,
nigga nasty. He be a
girls girls go to the club like, I don't want to touch no strippers. Ew, that's nasty.
I remember back then, my first album, man, I was trying to get 50 to come in. He was like, yo, Slay, I'll pull up outside, but I'm not going in there.
Which one was that?
That was Street Sweeper Volume 1. You know what I'm saying?
What
That
club
was
was
in
that?
2003. Golden Lady.
Little lady?
Yeah, back then, it was even Cameron was like, yo, Slay, I'll pull up, but I ain't, you know, like, but you know, some guys had women and things like that. It was just like, and the impression was that it was fucking going. Nobody's fucking. It's just like now.
Ass and
but people
titties.
didn't know
Yeah.
because they just had that impression and shit.
Right.
But it's also the place where back when I was doing parties, it's least violence. If you start trouble in the strip club, it's a bunch of naked women. You deserve to get your ass whipped and the door opened with your head. Like it was always love in there because people came, spent money, had something to drink, had a good time.
And you didn't mind sharing that stripper because you knew she was a stripper.
All right.
But at the end of the day, like I was just like the dude. So it was like, you know, and I remember I had Cutmaster C used to be running around with me. That's like my little study son right there. And I don't know disrespect, but I'm saying son like my brother. He used to move around with me, and you know, every night he'd be like, "Yo, Slay, damn, that one like there." I'd be like, "Yo, Shorty, entertainment man." You understand what I'm saying? Like it was like
DJ.
yeah, just
do the right
entertainment
thing.
man. You understand what I'm saying? So it was just like a good, nice, close-knit environment.
Did you enjoy? Because I do remember you there when 50 gave the party, the Super Bowl party, and he had all the strippers bust them.
I brought them.
The bus load?
No.
We shot
I had the bus
Yes, you
meet
did.
on
Oh,
125th
right.
Street in front of the Apollo.
Yeah.
I had all of them come on.
And you had them chicks come from like different states too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, wow.
We shot that video there, the Mob D
real.
video.
Yeah, the
Mobb
Mobb
Deep
Deep
video
video
was
was
in
in
there,
there.
right? I was there.
It was two parties. That was one. It was two different ones.
It was two different ones. One
That
was a Super
first
Bowl.
one was the one when I had the buses. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It was a bus load, like 5-6 bus
It was
loads
two
of
buses.
strippers.
Yeah, it was
That was
crazy.
crazy
Yeah.
all through the house, right?
That one
Like,
was crazy.
That
That one was crazy.
Nah, that was crazy.
Yo,
I was watching the football game. I don't know what you're talking about, though.
I gotta give you a shout out on behalf of everybody in the can because I know there was a couple of them Straight Stunt magazine where there was a little pussy lip slip in it, and niggas definitely love that shit, boy.
Son,
I mean,
you had
you're a
niggas
genius for that,
surviving.
bro. That's just a magazine. Like, listen, people are not doing publications these days, right? That much, right? You still going with Straight Stunt magazines. The jails love you, bro.
Yeah, that shit's
How many years
Was
has
that
it
your
been?
plan?
Going on 12 years.
12 years?
Was that your plan? Like, I'm gonna.
You know, the funny thing is, when I did it because it was a lot of the sisters in the game was not getting love.
Right.
You understand? It was like, you know, it was our own brothers that wasn't even owning the magazines. They was just like the editor and assistant or whatever. It was like, yo, you want to get this magazine? You gotta give me some head, or you want to get this magazine?
Damn.
I'm like, damn, my nigga, like it's
thirsty.
like that, like. You know, like at the end of the day, I know we all freaks and everything, but you ain't gonna daggle no magazine pages in front of a woman. You know what I'm saying? And trying to. So I was like, they moving like that. You know, if I start a magazine, I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah.
And then at the time, remember, I was fucking with Buffy.
Yes.
I had the number one model chick in the game.
yeah.
Shouts to Yayo, thanks to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was thinking about. He passed.
He wasn't thinking.
He bumbled. I'm like, yo, you bugging.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? He fumbled the ball. You understand what I'm saying?
No, one day she hung up in the office.
Yo.
He was tight. He was like, "Fuck you!" Like,
He fumbled the ball, and I got the assist, and I ran with it. But even dealing with her, she was telling me a lot of shit. So, you know, I'm like, what? I'm about to go, no. You can't do that. Because then I'm gonna get blackballed and that's why a lot of situations that happen with women and things, they like to hide it because they think that the powers of be gonna shut them down if they speak out on it. So I set the magazine up to shut down the sucker niggas. You understand what I'm saying?
and then and then you just help the jails out. It's like, yo,
And that wasn't even a thought.
you didn't think to be in the Bible of the jail.
I wasn't even thinking about
You ain't know
that.
you was a lifesaver.
You didn't know that you was selling pussy and shit.
Yeah, you ain't know niggas are selling that, laminating that paper and fucking selling that shit all around the
I'm going
compound.
to the P.O. box and I'm having 300 and 400 envelopes and I'm like, man, that's when I started having to hire people. I'm like, I can't go through all. It was just, it got crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then I was like, damn. Then I said, you know what? Again, what the hell was I thinking about? Like, even when it comes to music, when people put out albums, why you don't like they never did cassettes. They'll stop doing cassettes. Knowing brothers, not now, but back like for years, brothers had cassette players.
And cassettes, yeah.
And brothers in there, they got bread and they want music, so it was like
because cassettes was running in there for a while.
Yeah, exactly. So the same thing with magazines. I was like, oh shit, like they don't have access to the computer unless you in the feds or you got a burnout allegedly. You understand what I'm saying? I want to make them hot. You know what I'm saying? So they still got to buy magazines.
Yeah, that was a great move, man.
Yeah.
Let's get into the album. Let's play something else from the album right now. What you want to get into?
Let's get into the joint with Lil Wayne and Busta Rhymes.
Lil Wayne,
They
Busta.
Want My Blood. Yeah, let's get into that joint.
Then you got a lot of good people in here, bro.
I grind, man.
Shit, Triple H 845 is the weekend work. K Slay, family's up here, bro.
Definitely is.
DJ Love Dinero, producer Ree, Coach PR.
Triple H 845. It's the weekend work, y'all. It's your boy, producer Ree, Coach PR, DJ Love Dinero, and we got our special guest, DJ K Slay in the house, y'all.
I told you he's not a guest. He's
Family
family.
guest.
Family.
Yeah, I'm so used to saying that. I don't know why I'm saying that. He's
all
far
good.
from a guest.
Yeah,
He's not a guest, man.
It's all
He's
good.
far
You're
from a
probably
guest.
sitting in his seat over there, right?
Right.
I'm sitting in his seat. Like, one or the other, like,
So-
I'm sitting in his seat.
no, K Slay
happy
be
to
over
be
here.
here,
You sit
man.
over there, whatever, you know.
Yeah, I just move around.
Move around
I
like that.
fluctuate, bro.
But
You know?
I just had to thank you for like when I listen to your show, you and Who Kid, and I watch the videos and these girls and see what you're doing. So
It's crazy. Hold on, because you just said something about them last week about how they be having all the girls up here.
Word,
you want to
yeah.
call them up to get the girls.
and it's crazy because I think that if they ever want to call out sick, that we should take over their show.
That's a fact.
Right? Anytime you guys, because I know you guys are tired. You know what I'm saying? You work too much.
All that drip.
Or just leave the girls up here and we'll come and fill in.
We'll
for
show
you,
up for
But
you.
you know the crazy
We'll show up
thing?
for you.
The crazy thing is, even the board ops, a lot of people that work with me, they be mad at me because I don't celebrate holidays or anything. And
Wow.
in 17 years, I've only missed one day.
Ah, that's good.
And that's because
Diligent
I
work.
had a booking. It was like a $10,000 booking. I said, I'm not going to be here for this.
I will
You know
call
what I'm
out.
saying? But I had everybody else there. But yeah, I'm dedicated. I love what I do. I'd be doing
In
it
other
if
words,
there was no money
we
involved.
we won't get to take the
yeah,
day.
y'all can come hang out, but
You ain't feeling it.
We can't feel it. There ain't no feeling it. In other words, no. We all like,
I like what I do, bro.
right.
Like,
Yeah, I see that.
I'm
Right.
always, on deck.
All right, so tell us about the album, because obviously that's something else that you really love doing too.
Hip Hop Frontline is it's a compilation. I like to make compilation albums. It's really for a lot of the listeners that is getting oversaturated by the other type of music that's out right now, which shout out to the youngins, that's what they doing, but it's still a big audience that want to hear
There's still another
real
audience, right?
hip hop, you understand, and different collabos, not the same 5 A-list artists, back and back, mixing up.
right.
So it's just a compilation album, a lot of spitters on there, you understand? Some of my favorite records consist of, like, I got a joint with the Locks and the Outlaws, going back and forth. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
That New York, New York bar for
that
bar,
feel.
back and forth.
But then, I also made a couple of joints, like the joint I got with Moneybagg Yo and Dave East. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
That's
Got
right.
a
We
little
played that. We played that.
southern feel to it, but I got him, Moneybagg Yo doing his southern thing, and I got Dave East doing the up north
Yeah,
thing on it.
yeah,
Like a nice
yeah,
balance. And
that's
even
dope,
the
yep.
joint with Busta Lil Wayne that we had just rocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just try to mix up and balance everything. And I got the joint with Grandmaster Melly Mel, Raekwon, Grandmaster Caz, and CeeLo Green on it.
What made
That's
you
for
come
the-
up with that?
Oh yeah,
one?
how did that come about? Just to get
Well,
into
again, like the name of the album is Hip Hop Frontline. So Frontline is who was on front line from day one. Those
okay.
are the 2 greatest MCs in my eyes. You know what I'm saying, from the beginning.
Caz
From
and-
Grandmaster Caz and Melly Mel.
Melly Mel, okay.
That was Cold Crush Brothers, A-List, and that was for me. This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Furious 5, Melly Mel was my favorite. You know, but they all was nice, but those are my 2 favorite.
Right.
Raekwon was like the balance. Let me bring somebody in the 90s in to balance, and CeeLo Green is just universal. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, he fits
So
right
that
in.
that was like, we put that together. All the old heads on it. EA Ski produced it from the Bay Area.
Okay,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah.
Another
Okay,
old
yeah,
head. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah,
This is
right.
the old head reunion.
Right.
Right.
But you like one of those older dudes like me, like, you know what? I don't have to sit here and complain about it. I can just find other music or create that music for that core
Exactly.
fans, right?
Yeah.
Because the people that just stay there and complain about it, not knowing there's other music out there for you. There's hip hop. If you want to hear that, it's out there. You just gotta go get it.
Listen to what you want to hear.
Right.
If you don't like what's being played somewhere, don't listen. You have an option.
We definitely do got options.
You got options. Instead of crying about it, if somebody asks me my opinion, I'm gonna give them my opinion.
Right.
Like I really can't tolerate more than 2 or 3 songs of it. If I'm in the club and it's on and women like it, having a good time, and I'm drinking champagne, I hear the beat. I don't hear the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in there having fun. But on my own time, even sometime on my own time, I don't listen to rap. I'm on some Earth, Wind, and Fire shit. You understand what I'm saying? Elton John. Like, I'm universal with my music. Like, I like good music. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, Stevie Wonder. Sometimes I just, what mood I'm in, I got to zone out. But a lot of the new stuff, I can't. The reason why and it's no disrespect, I don't understand it.
Right.
I don't know what these drugs are. Thank God I missed them.
Yeah.
You understand?
So do you listen to anybody young though? Who do you listen to? Like there has to be somebody that you listen to that, you know what, I like Young Boy. Like
you know who I kind of like that caught my ear? That young kid from Brooklyn, 22G.
22G.
22 G's.
Yeah, that kid right there, man.
Yeah.
The blicky, the blicky, the blicky.
Yeah, I like him.
I like him.
But he sounded Kodak Black. He sounded Snap again. Do you like Kodak Black, or you mess with like?
In the beginning, I wasn't really into Kodak Black.
Right.
And it had nothing to do with the music. It was some of the things he was saying.
Right.
I guess after people educated him on the culture, whatever, and he understands.
Yeah, because he was out there saying he was better than Big and doing
things like that. And my thing is like, just pay homage or do your homework before you say things. But then again, he young. Shit, they probably passed away before he was like 1 or 2. So
exactly.
I can understand. And plus,
nobody educated him.
Yeah, and plus I also respect confidence. You can never knock a person for feeling like I'm better than
let
everybody.
him feel that way.
Yeah, so I balance it out, but I listen to some of the songs that he got. A couple of them I like some of the things he say. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And there's some things that's a little that I don't really understand. You know, but that's with a lot of the new up and coming artists. You know.
I know you want to ask something about that because Reed's he's frontline new hip hop also. So
I mean, I'm frontline good music.
I know you are, but you bring up
I'm
the
blessed.
music to
I'm
me,
blessed enough to be able to understand a little bit more than a lot of my older counterparts. So I can enjoy it still.
So who's your favorite up and coming artist right now?
My favorite up and coming? I don't have a favorite because I'm just
Yes,
a little too old.
All right,
but
so this is what I'm gonna do.
No, I'm gonna tell you
the
something.
most.
I'm gonna tell you something. Kodak Black or 21 Savage. You know what I'm saying? Like I rock with those
21
two.
Savage got a good album.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like
album,
I rock with those two. Like I like a lot of shit that 21 Savage kind of remind me of. It's hard for me to make these comparisons, but he kind of remind me of when Cameron first started with Confessions of Fire.
Nah, B.
No, not this. Like I
You're
said, it's
gonna
hard to
get
make
away
the
with that.
comparison.
Yeah,
Like
get
I
away
said,
with
it's hard to
that.
make-
no.
It's hard to make the
said,
comparison
nah,
because now it's
Now
like
you gotta help me
you're
understand that.
Right, it's like you're putting hip hop against what they do, and that's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is the originality. How Cameron was original when he first started with Confessions of Fire. I see the same originality in 21 Savage with his style.
Oh, so you're just saying how they just come out, not the way they rap.
Not
Okay.
their styles, just the
I
originality.
think the most original cat out now is Blueface.
That nigga. Oh, that's my other
I'm
nigga.
about to tell you that.
that's my other nigga.
I'm about to say that
That's
to you.
my other
I
nigga.
know.
Yeah, that's my other
That's
nigga.
what he was gonna say. That he like.
That's what I was going to say.
If you're gonna say original, because it's almost like he raps a little bit off on purpose. Not that he has to, but and that's something that people won't do.
That's what 21 Savage does.
But with 21 Savage, see, maybe it's just for me hearing a lot of Southern music and been rocking with some of the great Southern artists too, like 3 6 Mafia, Bun B, Scarface, R.P. Pimp C, A-Boy,
Project
MJG, like those are, well, that's 3 6, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah,
like
those-
family.
those
So
are ladies.
those are the guys I was listening to. I don't hear the originality side. To me, it sounds like he sounds almost like a young them.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Like,
I feel like
which
Gucci
isn't
would sound more like
a
it.
down. That's a great. If I say you sound like
Right,
young,
them,
great,
Right.
No, exactly.
fine.
Right.
But to me, like the music down there, a lot of it almost sounds alike.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it's.
Well, that's the a lot of artists now that the new artists, all their music you can't tell one apart from the other, and I think that's where we look at it like who's that, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you in the club?
Yeah.
Yo, man.
It's the same thing. If they play it right through, if they play 20 records, it sounds like the same artist for 20 records.
Who's the hottest producer right now that's bubbling? Let's say who's
Take Keith.
Take Keith.
All right.
Yeah.
And who's my man? What's my man?
Turbo.
Turbo. Murder on the Beats.
Let me make an example.
London.
Say Metro Boomin.
Oh, definitely.
Produces. All right. Say he produces a hot track for 21 Savage.
Stamina.
And it
the
sells,
one that's.
say it sells 20 million.
Uh-huh.
Every artist from South, West, up north that's coming up would be running the Metro Boomin to get a beat. See,
that's
now
a fact.
this is my thing. When we was doing what we was doing, if Pete Rock came out with a banger, I was like, okay, motherfucker, I'm going to see Premier. You understand? Because it was taboo.
I'm going to see Dre. I'm going to see so-so.
It was taboo for you to emulate what somebody else was doing, and that's the reason why all the music sounds alike. Because when somebody come out with a banger, everybody runs to get the same thing.
When Mustard was hot, everybody.
That's what
wear them out.
Fucks me up because I don't know the difference of who's who. Because there's so many up and coming artists right now. There's so many of them. I can't keep up. So it's only the people that stand out that I'm gonna gravitate to.
To be honest with you, a lot of the music nowadays, they don't last long. How when we was coming up, like it's not timeless music. Right. It's not like that. So that's why I use so much stuff. Like it doesn't stick. Like it's a come and go. It's next.
That's exactly what it is.
Next.
For real.
No new dudes on the project. Any young cats on the project?
I mean, I don't know if they really young. You understand what I'm saying? But, of course, I got brothers. I got spitters on there that been around. Of course, I got Locksmith on there. I got John Connor on there. What's the homie name? Damn, I got Neek Bucks on there. Like these, they young,
Yeah.
Now Neek Bucks be doing his thing. He comes out to the club.
Yeah, him too, and John Connor.
Casanova, he's new, relatively. I got Mozzie on there.
Okay,
Mozzie's hot. When we get into that
Joe
Mozzie
Moses,
we'll get into Mozzie track.
So that's the remix. That's the They Want My Blood remix from the Busta Rhymes, Lil Wayne joint. This joint got Casanova on it, Mozzie, Joe Moses, and Shooter from Harlem.
Oh, Shooter, he spit fire.
Yeah.
That nigga okay, boy.
Shade 45.
888 Shade 45 Weekend Work. We up early on a Saturday. Love Dinero, Coach PR, producer Ree. Still got K-Slay in the building. K, I want to ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
How you feel about, do you notice right now, like, the music is getting shorter and shorter? Like, early days used to be 4 to 5, 6 minutes. Now songs is like a minute, 2 minutes, the most now. Like, how do you feel about that?
Hey, yo, man, on Everything I Love, a couple of joints I got is 2 minutes to change.
See, you changed the times.
Like, that's why I only had Dave East and Moneybagg Yo. I would add a third person normally. I only had Lil Wayne and Busta Rhymes because I think due to the drug usage, real talk. I'm hear what I'm saying. People got short attention spans.
They definitely do.
And if you don't get, like, even with me, if you don't get your point across in about 30 seconds when the record come off, I'm like, click. Come on, you telling me you go to your email, you got 20 records. You know who got 4 and 5 to listen to all of them? Right. You got around 20, 30 seconds to give. And if the beat come on trash, you forget it.
Yeah.
Right. You like, bang, you out of here. So I think it's the attention span. And another thing is, everybody ain't as generous as we are.
Right.
At Shade 45. Mix shows on other stations, you will get that minute, 30 seconds for your BDS, then it's like, wham!
Next.
Out of here. So that means the second person on the storm and the third don't even get heard.
That's a fact.
I definitely don't.
So
that's a fact.
That's another reason, too, I believe. And then you just got some artists that's like, man, look, I could just give them a half-hour project, which that's what it is, like 15 songs, 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a get over. It's quick. It's a quick flip.
That or you're gonna get 7 tracks.
Yeah,
that's even nastier.
They hit you with 7 tracks.
7 tracks, 2 minutes. That's 14 minutes, man.
Yeah, they're giving out EP. Everybody want to do EPs nowadays.
But that's where we at. It's so much people, so much product. It's like crack and
like you said, but we gotta keep it going. Like you know what I'm saying, because you're gonna be on to the next one now.
Yep.
So they give you what you want. Man.
Well, get that Hip Hop Frontline project. It's 16 tracks on there, man.
And your production, because you can go through the producers. You give us the artists.
Really, EA Ski, Ty Sticks. You know that work. He worked with Papoose. My man Suits, Track of 10 Music. You know, Bricks from the West Coast. Like, there's just about 4 producers did them joints. Okay, you know what I'm saying.
It was a dope project, man.
Yeah,
Thank you. I told you the other day, bro. Yeah. You got something when you and me and Reed always wanted to do this when you bridge that gap between the young and old or whoever, because you're just doing it from back then. The frontliners, you got the originators, then you got the 90s. So it's the same thing.
Mixing it up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad that you're doing that, man. You got that lane. For congratulations and appreciate you, man, for pulling up.
Yeah, all good. And yo, you know what? There's one cat before I go. VL Deck. You gotta look out for him. He down with Duct Tape.
Okay.
Down in
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
VL Deck. He's on the project too, on the joint with DJ Paul and Trey the Truth.
Oh, that's fire. Okay.
Matter of fact, play that right now.
Weekend work.